Now here we are with the new set of the adjustments here. That is the adjustment number 7, and that is about the bad debt. Still adjustment number 6 we have discussed in the previous class. Now it's the continuation of it. Now we are going to discuss this adjustment number 7 and incorporating these further adjustments, how to prepare the financial statements. Okay, so the first adjustment here it comes is, that's what we call it as a bad debts. So children, this term is not a new term for you. You know what is bad debts basically stands for. So bad debts is basically, it's an amount which is irrecoverable. Irrecoverable means actually, when the debtors proves to be bad, or when the debtors are not able to pay us the due amount on time, it is becomes what? It becomes the bad debts. So bad debts is generally a loss for the firm. As you all know that, isn't it? We discussed earlier, the bad debts is generally a loss for the firm. Being as a loss, that's why debited there in the profit and loss account. Okay, now here we are going to discuss with the accounting treatment of the bad debts, that how we can, deal with the case of the bad debts while preparing the financial statements. So the first condition here it comes is, when the bad debts are given inside the trial balance. Children, already we discussed about what does this inside the trial balance stands for. The inside the trial balance means that accounting treatment for that has been done. So if it's given inside the trial balance, it means that the bad debts has already been deducted from the debtors. Okay, so therefore being by nature as an expense, there will be only one effect, that it will be shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account. So you can see it here that, like, actually, what is the effect? Only one effect. Okay, that is actually we have seen earlier, that is inside the trial balance means already the accounting treatment has been done. So you can see it here, it has got only one effect, that is in the profit and loss account here, that is which is given here. And in case of the balance sheet, it won't bring any kind of the change. The normally, as usual, the balance sheet which we are preparing with the value of the debtors, if it is theirs, it will be carried forward. Now the next condition comes here is, if the value of the bad debts is given outside the trial balance. So children, if the value of the bad debts is given outside the trial balance, let me tell you, then it will be called as what? It will be called as the new bad debts or further bad debts. If the value of the bad debts given outside the trial balance stands for what? It is given in the form of the adjustments. Okay, if it's given in the form of the adjustments, it means it's a new bad debts, or it can also be called as the further bad debts. So outside the trial balance means no accounting treatment has been done. So definitely, as we have seen earlier, it will give us the two effects. Okay, it will give us the two effects. Okay, the one effect of it would be therein, that it will be shown in the profit and loss account as the bad debts. That's what we can see it here. And apart from this, in the balance sheet also, because it's a new bad debts, so it will be carried forward to the balance sheet, and in the balance sheet it will be shown there on the asset side as a deduction from the debtors. You can see it here, how it's been written here, that is the bad debts means, that is actually it's been shown as a deduction from the value of the debtors on the balance sheet, that is in the balance sheet on the asset side. Now the next condition comes here, means, the third condition comes, you will find in some of the questions actually, that is the bad debts is given inside and outside the trial balance, means you will get one bad debts in the trial balance, and you will get one bad debts in the form of an adjustment outside the trial balance. So therefore, in such a situation, what we are supposed to do and what would be the accounting treatment, this is what we are going to discuss here. See children, the bad debts which is given inside the trial balance will be called as the old bad debts, and the bad debts which will be given outside the trial balance will be called as what? It will be called as the new bad debts or further bad debts. Okay, so in the profit and loss account you can find it here. So first we will show, that is what is the old bad debts, and the new bad debts means in the recent year, I mean, that is what's the new bad debts is generated, or you can say that the amount of the bad debts created this new year is what we call it as a new bad debts. So this old bad debts plus new bad debts, it will be added together and will be shown in the profit and loss account. Suppose, let us assume my old bad debts in the trial balance has been given to me. Let's assume that as it's given as 5,000, and the new bad debts, let us assume it's given to me in the adjustment as how much? That is 2,000. So altogether the amount which I'm going to show it here will be how much here? The amount which I'll be going to show it here will be how much? That is 7,000. Okay, and this new bad debts is actually the recent development of that particular year. So when we are preparing this financial bad debts, so let us assume the bad debts given to us in the question is how much? That is 12,000, and the new bad debts value as where it is how much 2000. So therefore in the balance sheet how the treatment will be done, in such a situation only the new bad debts will be carried forward in the new balance sheet, and the amount which will be showing in the outer column of the balance sheet is going to be 10,000. This is a case, if actually the new bad debts and the old bad debts will be given to us. Okay, so therefore it depends upon the question, like what they provides you, isn't it? But we are dealing with all the possibilities. Now see, let's take up one just actually a small question to understand the treatment for what, to understand the treatment for the bad debts. So this question says here, that is actually, you can see it here, this question says the following is the extract of the trial balance as on 31st March 2019. Okay, the data is given to us as how much, 2,07,000, and the bad debts 3,000. So you can see the bad debts is inside the trial balance. Okay, so this bad debts inside the trial balance of rupees 3,000 will be called as what? It will be called as the old bad debts. Okay, means for which already the accounting treatment is being done. Okay, so it will be having only one effect, and this bad debts, further bad debts, this 7,000, this will be called as what? Either the further bad debts, or we can even call it as what? It can also be called as the new bad debts. Okay, we can call it as what? It can also be called as the new bad debts. Now in such a situation when only you have been asked to show the treatment of the bad debts and the provision here, let's see how to deal with the case here. So what we will be doing it here, we will be just showing on the debit side, the first is old bad debts. Let's show it on the debit side, that is we will write old bad debts. Okay, so what is the value of the old bad debts being given to us? The old bad debts given to us is 3,000. Okay, so this year's further addition, that means the new bad debts created this year. So therefore the new bad debts of this year which is given to us in the question, you can see it here how much this is, that is 7,000. Okay, so altogether the total bad debts, how much we will be showing it outside, we'll be showing it outside here is how much, that is 10,000. In the balance sheet, as we discussed earlier, from the debtors, remember children, only the value of the new debtors will be, sorry, the new bad debts will be deducted, remember, because that's the new bad debts means actually the accounting treatment is pending for it. Okay, it has to be carried forward. So we will be deducting only the value of the new bad debts, means the bad debts which is given to us in the adjustments will be deducted out of it. So how much actually, will be shown in the balance sheet as the new bad debts? Only 7,000. Don't take the old bad debts 3,000. So we will be showing here outside as how much, that is 2 lakhs outside. Okay, this is how actually, if the bad debts is given inside the trial balance and outside the trial balance, we will be dealing with the accounting treatment for that. Okay, so this is the adjustment number 7. It's complete now. Now related to the same adjustment, we are going to discuss with the new adjustment, and that's what we call it as a provision for bad and doubtful debts. So children, well, let's understand the concept of the provision for bad and doubtful debts. Okay, provision basically stands for what, just in the previous case we discussed about it. The bad debts is an unpredictable loss. Unpredictable means the beforehand actually the company cannot predict about the fact that like the debtors won't be turning up with their amount on due time. Got it? So in such a situation, as it's an unpredictable loss, so in order to cope up with this, the company needs to take care of, or the company needs to make some kind of a necessary, precaution or the preventive measure. Got it here? So therefore this precaution and the preventive measure which the company takes in order to cope up with the loss due to the bad debts is what we call it as a provision for bad and doubtful debts. Just recently we have seen it here. All the provisions, in accountancy we are creating it simply just because of the principle of conservatism or prudence. Okay, we are just actually, that is creating all the provisions because of what? Because of the principle of conservatism or prudence. Okay, so this principle says that, the business needs to business needs to take the necessary preventions or the precautions to face or to confront with the losses. Okay, so in the future, if there is a possibility or if there is a probability that in the future that the business is going to face the losses, so therefore for that the necessary arrangements has to be made well in advance. So therefore, the business won't be having or the company won't be having a trouble in the future. Okay, this is what the principle of conservatism or prudence says. It says that the play a safe game. Okay, that's why this principle is sometimes is also called as playing safe. Okay, it's also called as sometimes playing safe. Okay, so this now here we can see it here, like actually, you know, if the provision for bad and doubtful debts is to be created, so what we are supposed to do while preparing the financial statements. Okay, so therefore, you know, again there arises a two concept in case of this provision for bad and doubtful debts. One is that if it's given inside the trial balance, and the second thing here it comes is if it's given outside the trial balance. Okay, so therefore remember children, before that always this provision for bad and doubtful debts, if it is given, remember that it's always created, or you know, it's calculated over the debtors. Okay, isn't it? There should not be any confusion in this regard. You know, always remember this: if the word provision for bad and doubtful debts is given and you are being asked to calculate the amount for the provision for bad and doubtful debts, remember that it's always calculated on what? It's calculated on the debtors. So there arises the two possibilities. One, that is if it's given inside the trial balance, you know, so inside the trial balance means children, you know, it has got only one effect, let me tell you, and this effect here it comes is what, you know, that the old provision will be shown there in the profit and loss account, because actually it's a you know, loss. Got it here? I mean, right, you can say that it's actually a provision created to face with the loss arising due to the bad debts. Now second condition arises if it's given outside the trial balance. In such a situation, if it's given outside the trial balance, you know, again, you know, it has got a two effect. The first effect is on the debit side of the profit and loss account, and second effect will be on the balance sheet. And just in the balance sheet, what you are going to do is, that is from the debtors, actually, you know, this new provision will be deducted. From the debtors, the new provision will be deducted. Now children, there may a case arise when, you know, you are given with everything. Okay, there may arise a case when you are given with everything, like you can see it here, when actually you are given with old you know, that is actually you are given with what, that is old bad debts, you know, that is a old bad debts. Then after that you are given with we can say it here as the new bad debts. Got it? Next is actually, you know, the new provision for bad debts. You know, all the cases new provision is also been given, and in the trial balance you can find that the old provision is also given. So in such a situation, when all the four things are being given, isn't it, when all the four things are being given, in such a situation what we are supposed to do, this is what we are going to discuss here. Okay, what we are supposed to do, this is what we are going to discuss here. So here in this very particular case, you can just go through it here. The first thing, I mean, you know, the effect in the profit and loss account will be like here, you know, the old bad debts plus new bad debts plus new provision and minus old provision. Okay, so old bad debts means the one bad debts which is given in the trial balance, you know, and we will add the new bad debts which is given to us in the adjustments, because it will constitute altogether that how much is actually, you know, the total value of the bad debts we are going to have it here. Then after that we will be calculating what, that is the new provision. Okay, the new provision means actually it will be calculated on the debtors. Remember children, if the new bad debts is being given, so therefore in such a situation you can find it here, then if the new bad debts is being given, then the new provision will be calculated after deducting the value of the bad debts. Okay, the new provision will be calculated after deducting the value of the bad debts. Got it here, isn't it? So the remaining value after deducting the value of the new bad debts from the debtors, whatever the remaining value is there, on that the new provision will be calculated. And in the balance sheet, you know, that is actually, you can see it here, only the new bad debts and, you know, only the new provision for bad and doubtful debts will be taken. Okay, no old bad debts and old provision will be carried forward to the balance sheet. So that's what it's been written here, debtors minus new bad debts minus new provision for the bad debts, because for that the accounting treatment is not being done, so therefore it has to be shown in the balance sheet here. Okay, so this is how actually we will be dealing if, you know, all the things have been given to us, like we have been given with the old bad debts, we have been given with the new bad debts and the new provision and the old provision here. Okay, now the next thing here it comes is, that's the reason I have just added a note also here. You can find it, this note says, if in the question the new provision for bad and doubtful debts is given in rate percentage, like suppose if the question says that calculate the provision for provision for bad and doubtful debts at 10% on the debtors. Okay, in such a way, if it has been given and you have been asked to calculate the provision for bad and doubtful debts, in such a situation, remember children, if you have been given with the value of the new bad debts, if you have been given with the value of the new bad debts, remember children, so therefore from the value of the debtors, deduct the value of the new bad debts and the remaining value, whatever you will be getting, on that you will be calculating the provision. Let us assume that is actually if the data is given to us is 22,000. Okay, listen to me carefully. The data is given to us is 22,000 and the new bad debts and the adjustment is given to us is 2,000. Okay, and the question says that calculate the new provision at 10% on debtors. The question says that calculate the new provision at the rate 10% on debtors. So in such a situation, if you will talk about, that is actually how to calculate the bad debts, children. Here in such a situation, the bad debts will be calculated how, like, if you will talk about, we will be calculating the bad debts in such a situation will be 22,000 minus 22,000, that is the new bad debts. Remaining value of the debtors, now it's going to be 20,000, and on 20,000 you will be calculating the 10%. So the new provision is going to be as how much? It's going to be 2,000. Okay, so this is how the treatment will be done, in case if the new bad debts will be given. That's what this note says. It will be more clear to you when we will be doing up a sample question based upon this. So based upon the theory which we have learned here, we are going to discuss with just a sample question here. Okay, now this sample question says that, let's go through the sample question here. What does it says? This question says that here, that is actually what does it say? The extract of the trial balance is given to us. You can see it here. The data has been an asset shown on the debit side of the trial balance. Bad debts being a loss. That's why it's on the debit side of the trial balance 2,000, and provision being by nature it's a liability. That's why it's shown on the credit side as 4,000. And the information says further bad debts amounted to rupees 5,000 and create a provision for bad and doubtful debts at 10% on sundry debtors. Means you can find it here. You are being given one bad debts inside the trial balance. It's a old bad debts. You are being given one provision inside the trial balance. It's an old provision, and in the additional information you are being given with what actually that is the further bad debts. That means it's a new bad debts, and you have been asked to calculate the provision for bad and doubtful debts. That means you have been asked to calculate the new provision as well. Okay, so therefore now we are in this very particular case, like children, how to calculate or how to show these things in the profit and loss account in the balance sheet we are going to discuss here. So therefore the that is the first treatment will be in the profit and loss account. So it will be old bad debts. Let's show the old bad debts first. Let's show the old bad debts first. So what's the value of the old bad debts? We'll be having it here. The old bad debts is how much? That is 2,000. And the next thing here it comes is what actually, that is we are supposed to add the new bad debts. Okay, so the new bad debts given to us in the question is how much here? It's given to us in the question is how much? That is 4,000. Here the new bad debts given to us in the question is how much? 4,000. Now the new provision created, obviously that also accounts to the total value. So let's add the value of the new provision as well. So the new provision. Okay, now the question arises is how to calculate the new provision. So in order to calculate the new provision, you need to do a short working. If you are very clear with it, okay, so therefore you need not to show the working. You can even do it directly also, not a problem. But actually I'm doing it for you here. So therefore that the provisions are always calculated on the value of the debtors. So here the value of the debtors, how much is going to be here, children? So the debtors is equals to, because see in the question it's been given here as the debtors as how much? 1,05,000, and we have been given with the value of the new bad debts as well. So the new bad debts, let me deduct the value of the new bad debts in order to get actually because now the debtors won't exceed as 1,05,000 here because of the bad debts. Okay, that has been confirmed that for 5,000 rupees now we are not going to get any kind of an amount. So hence actually the new bad debts here we will be having here as how much? 1 lakhs. So this provision for bad and doubtful debts, okay children, this provision for bad debts will be calculated on this 1 lakh. Got it here, children? So 1 lakh into what's the rate? It's been given to us in the question, 10 divided by 100. Okay, it's given to us in the question as 10 divided by 100. Hence the new provision we will be having here is how much? That is actually 10,000. So here I'm going to show the new provision here as how much? 10,000. So altogether, the new provision also been shown here. Now I can see that there is an old provision. So therefore, the old provision means actually it's of no use accumulating the old provision. So let's find out what is the difference between the old and the new. That will be the value of the provision which is to be utilized during this particular year. This is the reason we are the old provision. So old provision means the one which is given to you in the trial balance. So how much is the old provision given to you in the trial balances? It's given to you in the trial balances 4,000. Okay, so children, what's the amount? We should show it here. So therefore it's going to be here, that is 2,000 plus 4,000 plus 10,000, 16,000 minus 4,000. So outer column we will be showing the value here as how much? 12,000. Okay, in the outer column how much we will be showing the amount? It will be here as how much? That is the 12,000. And in the balance sheet, as I told you, only the value of the adjustment will be taken. So therefore, you know, that is the debtor's value will remain as to be as how much? It's going to be as 1,05,000. Okay, minus what we will be doing it here, minus new bad debts, children. Okay, so the new bad debts, so what's the value of the new bad debts? We will be having it here, that is actually you can say it here. Wait a minute, there is a correction. Actually I have written here as 4,000, but the new bad debts value is 5,000. Okay children, so therefore am I right? It's a 17,000 minus 4,000 it should be. So the answer should be here how much, you know, that is actually 13,000. Though it's been done, the working, it's clear. Just make a note of this, you know. That is the new bad debts here, and hence comes here as how much, dear children? That it comes here as how much? That is 5,000. Okay, so therefore the new provision also we are having, that also shown here as a deduction. So therefore the new provision will be, how much is the new provision is going to be, that we have calculated and already kept? It's how much? That is 10,000. So therefore the total deduction and the value which will be showing outside will be how much? That is actually 1,05,000 minus 15,000. Okay, so 1,05,000 minus 15,000 if it's there. So therefore you can show the amount here altogether. That's how much? That is 90,000. Okay, so therefore the amount will be shown here is how much? That is 90,000. So therefore this is how actually the treatment for the bad debts and the new provision, if it's been given, and the old bad debts and you know the old provision has been given, so we will be dealing about it. Now children, there may also arise one particular case, and this particular case is what we call it as what, you know, in case the value of the old provision for the bad debts is more than the new provision. Like see here in this very particular case, when we are just dealing with the old provision here, you can find it here, the total of the old bad debts plus new bad debts plus new provision, it accounts to be here as how much? It accounts to be here as 17,000. Okay, it accounts to be here as how much? 17,000, and the old provision is how much? Only 4,000. Now let us assume if the case is reversed, like you are adding the old bad debts with the new bad debts and the new provision, and let us assume you are getting the total as 4,000 only, and your old provision is even more and it's 17,000. In such a situation, even if you are just deducting it and showing it on the debit side, it will give you a negative figure. In such a situation, if your old provision is more than the total of this three, that is the old bad debts plus new bad debts plus new provision, so if you find that actually the total of the old bad debts is, old provision is more, so in such a situation, instead of showing the answer there in a negative, the value of the old provision, you know, should be taken to where? There to the credit side. Okay, the value of the old provision, if it exceeds this total of the old bad debts, new bad debts and new provision, then the value of the old provision needs to be taken where? There on the credit side of the profit and loss account. Okay, so based upon this theoretical concept which we have seen, let's discuss one very particular question, so you will be even more clear what I mean here. So this question says here, question number 3, you can see the following extract of the trial balance. Data is given to us as how much? 1,26,000. The bad debts means old bad debts is 4,000 and the old provision given to us is 25,000. The further bad debts amounted to rupees how much? 6,000. Okay, the further new bad debts is given to us as how much? That is 6,000, and create a new provision for bad and doubtful debts. You know, we are supposed to calculate or to create it how much? 10% on sundry debtors. Okay. So children, we will just follow the same logic what we were following here, you know, that is actually we will be following the same thing that is in the profit and loss account like we did earlier, isn't it? But let us see, there is a big change here in this very particular question. Okay, so what is the change? Let's discuss here. The first important thing is on the debit side of the profit and loss account, we need to do the adjustment here. So that's why I'm writing here old bad debts. Okay, I'm writing here is what? That is old bad debts. So the value of the old bad debts, how much the value of the old bad debts is given to me in the question in the inside the trial balance, it's given here is how much? 4,000. Okay, and the next here it comes is that is actually, you know, that is the new bad debts. Okay, the new bad debts. So new bad debts means the one which is given to me in the adjustments, it's coming here as how much? 6,000. Okay, and after that the next is, you know, the question further also also instructs us to create what? That is a new provision for bad debts as well. Okay, that is a new provision for bad debts as well. So the new provision for bad debts is that is to be created 10% on the value of the debtors. So as I told you, how to calculate the new provision here, children, isn't it? The new provision, how to calculate it? Debtors 1,26,000 minus new bad debts. So 1,26,000 minus 6,000 is going to be as how much? 1,20,000. Got it here? As I told you, right? The new bad debts is given, so therefore it has to be deducted from the value of the debtors, and that value will be used for the purpose of calculating the new provision, remember. So here in this question, what's the value of the debtors? We are going to have it here. Debtors is 1,26,000 minus, that is actually the new bad debts is 6,000. So 1,26,000 minus 6,000 is 1,20,000, and on 1,20,000 calculate the 10% as the provision for bad and doubtful debts. Hence actually, so on 1,20,000, if I'll calculate the 10% as the provision for bad and doubtful debts, I'll be getting the new provision as how much? 12,000. Okay, so the new provision, how much it will be coming here? That is 12,000. So children, and so hence, what is the total I'll be having here? Say 4,000 plus 6,000 plus 12,000. The total will be how much? That is the total will be coming here is how much? That is 22,000. Okay, the total will be coming here is how much? For that, that is 22,000. Now, you know that if I have to deduct the old provision also, just to actually find out what is actually the balance accruing in that very particular year, means what is the original provision required for that particular year. So old provision is given to me in the question is how much? It's 25,000. You can see it here. My total coming here, that is actually the total of this three, the total of this three, if we'll talk about my total coming here is 22,000, and my old provision here is how much? That is actually, that is 25,000. So if I write 25,000 here, it will give a negative balance. Okay, it will be giving me a negative balance of how much? That is actually 3,000. That can't be shown in the financial statement. I can't show the negative balance over here. In such a situation, what we are supposed to do it here, just to take in such a situation, please take down the value of the old provision on the credit side. So here I'll show the old provision for bad, that is actually the old provision for bad and bad debts. I must say that the old provision for bad debts, I should write down over here, that is how much? 25,000. And here the total as usual that I can show here as how much? 22,000. The entire whole treatment can be done on the credit side as well. This is also one of the method. You can follow it here. So this will be followed only if when you find that actually, the total of the three, that is old bad debts plus new provision is less than the old provision which is given to you in the trial balance. Then in such a situation, the treatment will be done. Okay, so the rest, the treatment in the balance sheet will remain the same. Only children here, in the balance sheet, remember only the new values will be taken. So the new value of the debtors, the new value, how much it is given to us in the question, that is 1,26,000. Just take the value of the debtors as how much? Was same, 1,26,000. Okay, isn't it? And deduct actually the value of the new bad debts and the new provision. So therefore, that is we need to deduct what? That is deduct new bad debts. Okay. So new bad debts value is how much? That is 6,000 to be deducted. Then after that, the new provision, got it here. So just we calculated the new provision, and the value of the new provision for bad and doubtful debts is how much? That is 12,000. So therefore, after deducting the value, we will show the value outside here. So the how much value I'll be getting it here, like 1,26,000 minus directly we are supposed to do here as what? That is actually 18,000. We can take it here. So hence actually the getting here is, that is actually if you will talk about, so the answer finally we'll be getting here is 1,08,000 to be shown on the asset side. Okay, so the answer here will be coming here is how much? That is 1,08,000 to be shown here just in the asset side here. Got it? So this is how actually the treatment for the provisions, old provision, new provision, old bad debts, new bad debts, if it's given, so therefore that it will be done here. Now see children, based upon the concept which we have done here, there are just actually I have given you the few assignment question to know whether you people are able to understand it or not. It's actually based upon the same concept which we have discussed here. Got it here, isn't it? There is no change as such. You will find only the figures are being changed and the concept remains the same. So I request you all, please actually go through these questions, get this done, isn't it? And do share your answers. So therefore I'll come to know about it whether you are able to do it correctly or not, and we can even discuss the correct answers. So let me tell you, there are 4 assignment questions. Okay, there are 4 assignment questions. You can see it here. That is this is the first assignment question. This is the first assignment question, where you have been given with the extract of the trial balance. Data's value 86,000, bad debts 4,000, provision for bad and doubtful debts is given to you in the trial balance 4,000, and the new bad debts, further bad debts means the new bad debts 6,000, and you are supposed to create a provision for bad and doubtful debts 10% of sundry debtors. Very similar to that what we have discussed. And here the next is the question number 2. You can see it here. It says that the extract has been given, debtors has been given, old bad debts is also been given for 4,000, but no other information as such. That means actually the new bad debts is given as per the adjustment 6,000, and they are telling you to create a new provision. But remember children, no old provision is being given. So it becomes very simple in the profit and loss account. At last, when we are deducting the old provision, that step you are not supposed to do it. Rest all the things will remain the same. All the new means the new bad debts and the new provision, that it has to be taken to the balance sheet as a deduction from the value of the debtors. Now the next here it comes is what? The question number 3. You can see it here. The question number 3, it gives you everything. Okay, it gives you the same, it gives you the debtors, it gives you the old bad debts 4,000, it gives you the old provision 6,000, and it gives you the new provision also 6,000. Am I right? And that is actually, it also tells you to create a provision. That means a new provision 10% on the debtors. So therefore it's actually very same, but you need to check it out whether the old provision is more than the total of that is old bad debts, new bad debts, and the new provision. Okay, just check the total, and if the total is less in comparison to that of the old provision, so that it has to be taken on the credit side. Just check it here. I'm not sure, but just calculate it and find it out. And the same here it comes is actually the question number 4 also is of the same criteria and same condition here. Please get these questions done, isn't it? And then after that, please do submit the answer to me by today evening. So therefore even I'll also come to know about it whether you're able to understand this concept or not. Okay, so please submit the assignment positively today by evening.